Hi, everybody. This is Kylene with Parents for Public Schools of Pitt County. I am really excited to continue this new series that we're doing to interview principals who are new to their school. They may not be new to Pitt County schools, but they're new to their school. And today we are spending time with Miss Sarah Ambrose over at Stokes School. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We just wanted to ask a few questions to help the community get to know you as the new principal at Stokes. So Miss Ambrose, you went from being an assistant principal to being a principal, and I imagine that's a big change. So tell us, what's been the biggest difference for you as you change roles?
I think just the amount of responsibility. You realize how responsible you are for these humans in the building, teachers and students. Of course, you were responsible as an assistant principal, but some days I walk in, I'm like, oh, they're looking to me for guidance, and I have to really step up my game in the best way possible. I mean, that's a wonderful feeling to have. I came from a really large school at Wintergreen to one of the smaller schools in the district, and that's been an amazing change because my years in the classroom were at a small school. So I just really love coming into this small school environment. That's been such a positive for me as a professional.
Absolutely. I hadn't even thought about that, but your school is about the size of a grade level at Wintergreen.
Yes.
That's definitely a big difference and probably requires a different type of leadership. So I'm very thankful for you. So other than Stokes being a small school, what's something else that you've really loved so far about the Stokes community?
How welcoming the teachers have been and the community. I live fairly close to Stokes, so it's nice to be sort of closer to home. And I love, one of my favorite things each day is I'm down in the lunchroom for lunch duty and actually getting to know the names of all the children. Like at Wintergreen, that was something so challenging to do. But now, putting names to all the faces and being able to call them by name and having conversations with them each day as they come in the building or at lunchtime, that's probably been the highlight of my switch for sure.
Making those personal connections has got to be so meaningful for you and the students and families. So I wonder, as people get to know you, what do you most want parents and teachers and students to know about their newest principal at Stokes School?
I want them to know that I'm accessible for them, an open door policy, that teachers feel comfortable coming and talking to me, that students feel comfortable sharing what's going on with them, whether it's outside of school or in school, and certainly for parents to reach out if they have a concern or something they want to contribute to Stokes, that I'm very accessible to the stakeholders for Stokes.
Yeah, I have no doubt that those parents and students and teachers already appreciate that about you. So of course, at Parents for Public Schools, we really promote parents being strongly engaged in their schools. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again, that looks different now than it did 2 years ago. And hopefully we can continue to move back to what it used to be. But how do you think that overall parent engagement really strengthens your school?
Like you said, it's been a challenge over the past 2 years, and I think we're slowly easing back into that welcoming people in the building. We'll have our first parent event October 14th. We're having a drive-through event that celebrates the 7 habits. Stokes is a Leader in Me school, so that event will provide resources that go along with the 7 habits. So that's our first sort of initial way to welcome parents back in and let them have insight into what's going on daily. And hopefully as the year goes on, we're going to have more opportunities, especially with our Leader in Me program, to have parents in the buildings and really be engaged in what's going on. So we're eager to start that process. The students have leadership jobs that they apply for. And part of that is as greeters to welcome people in our building and show them around. And so they are very excited about their jobs, and we want people to come and practice our leadership skills on our visitors in the building.
Excellent. I have had the privilege of participating in a couple of drive-through events at other schools, and parents, I'll tell you, they have been so much fun. And I know that the schools work really hard to make it a great experience for you. And it's a great way for you to connect with your school as a parent. So Stokes parents, I hope you'll go out to that first opportunity of the year in October. So as we wrap up our interview, everybody always loves to see their principal as just a person, just a human being out in the world. I wonder if there is something fun that you would share with us about you that's not really about being a principal.
I thought about that when preparing for this. And one thing I love is to travel. So I cannot wait for things to continue to get back to normal so I can start planning my next trip. The last trip I took was with my mom to Ireland, and that was right before the year before COVID. So I'm so excited to go to a new place. And if anyone has any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. But that's one thing I've really missed over the past 2 years, just traveling with friends and family. So I've been lots of different places, but I'm ready to go explore some more.
I love that. And I hope that when you get to do that, you'll share some pictures and help the rest of us travel with you through your pictures. Parents, you heard her. If you've been somewhere amazing, share it with her so she'll have some good tips and start building her travel list.
That would be amazing.
Well, Miss Ambrose, we are so thankful for your time and the opportunity to just get to know you and share you with the Stokes parents and community out there. So thank you for spending some time with us today, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you for let me talk a little bit about Stokes, because it's an amazing place.